My homily for the Most Holy Body and Blood of Christ, Corpus Christi, the 11th of June 2023. It's no coincidence that after the celebration of the 50 days of the great season of Easter, we celebrate firstly Trinity Sunday, as we did last week, and then Corpus Christi today. On Trinity Sunday, we reflected on how we come to know God more deeply through the mystery of the Trinity, our three-person God who lets us get under his skin. Today we reflect on God who gets under our skin in the Eucharist, helping us to further deepen our knowledge of God and our relationship with him. John is very explicit in his language in today's Gospel when speaking of the Eucharist. The bread that I shall give is my flesh for the life of the world. And if you do not eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you will not have life in you. John is very clear that Jesus is truly present in the Eucharist, and that under the form of bread and wine, we eat his flesh and drink his blood. For 1500 years, Christendom was united in its belief in the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. After the Reformation, some Protestants moved away from that belief, but they certainly could not justify that move from John's Gospel. It makes perfect sense to me that God, after becoming fully human and suffering and dying and rising for us, will want to continue to make his presence felt amongst us in a special way. So he gave us the Eucharist. Jesus becomes present amongst us under the form of bread and wine. He gave himself into our hands in love and we crucified him. Now in a direct connection with that event, he still continues to give himself literally into our hands in the Eucharist, as a powerful reminder of the depth of his love for us. Food is vital for the well-being and survival of humanity, and God has made use of it from the earliest days of the Old Testament to reach out to his people. When his people were wandering in the desert, he gave them manna. Today he gives us the Eucharist. He feeds us physically and spiritually. Literally, he gives himself to us. What more could he give?